Prometheus. Today we're going to explain a sci-fi horror movie named Prometheus. In the beginning, we see scenes from thousands of years ago on Earth. We see an alien-like creature, which is referred to as the Engineer, drinking a black liquid and falling into a waterfall nearby. When it falls in the water, its DNA rearranges and human DNA is built. This is assumed to be a creation of human beings, which is why the aliens are called the Engineers. The scene changes, and we see two archaeologists, Charlie Holloway and Elizabeth Shaw, investigating a site in Scotland in 2089. They come across some patterns drawn by early humans on the walls of the cave that refer to other planets. The scene changes, and we see Peter Weyland, the CEO of Weyland Corporations, talking about his project Prometheus, a spaceship designed to visit LV-223, from where Holloway and his team might get the traces of the Engineers. Shaw and Holloway are shown briefing everyone on their research. When we see the team traveling in the Prometheus, Weyland's android son David monitors the journey while everybody else is sleeping in stasis. They reach LV-223 in 2093. When they land on the planet, the team sets out for the investigation. All of them wear specialized suits for breathing. Weyland's daughter, Vickers, and Captain Jennick stay in the spaceship, monitoring the mission, while Holloway, along with Shaw, David, and other teammates, go inside the pyramid-like building to investigate the Engineers, who are assumed to be the creators of life. After entering the caves of that mountain-like building, Holloway finds out that they can breathe in there without the help of a UV suit. All of them realize that there is something inside that is the source of life. While investigating the place, David opens the entrance to a hall where they see a lot of cylindrical vessels with black liquid coming out of them and also the dead bodies of some strange alien-like creatures. Two of the team members, Fifield and Milburn, leave as they get afraid of the things they find. David tries to read the language written on the walls. Vickers instructs everybody not to touch anything there as they don't know about the consequences, but David takes a cylindrical vessel with him on the way back. Shaw takes the head of an alien's dead body with her. Jennick informs them of the impending storm in Prometheus. All of them have their lives saved at the last moment when Holloway manages to get Shaw inside the spaceship. In later scenes, we see Ford, a medic, and Shaw investigating the head they found on the mountain. The head gets alive as it gets some electric shocks. Shaw instantly closes the chamber in which the head is being kept. On the other hand, David mixes the black liquid from the cylinder into Holloway's drink to check the impact of that liquid. Afterward, Holloway and Shaw have sex while they also talk about Shaw's infertility. Holloway also becomes ill as a result of the black liquid consumption. His eyes turn red, but he does not pay much attention to them. In further scenes, we see Milburn and Fifield, who get lost in the mountains, getting attacked by a snake-like creature, which kills Milburn on the spot, and Fifield also getting infected by the black liquid. The next morning, David can be seen finding the body of the last Engineer inside the stasis in the building. Holloway's condition gets worse with the impact of the black liquid, and they all rush him back to the spaceship. Vickers stands in their way and says she will allow everybody in except Holloway, as he's infected. Holloway begs Vickers to kill him as she burns him to death with a fire thrower. In further scenes, it is revealed that Shaw, despite being sterile, is 3 months pregnant. She fights David after learning of her pregnancy and goes to the medical assistance room to get that thing out of her. She operates on herself, and a squid-like creature emerges from her abdomen, which she confines in a chamber. She goes to Weyland, who is still alive, and tells him about the incident where Weyland tells Shaw that he believes in her research and is going to get the secret of immortal life from the last Engineer. Before going on the mission, Weyland meets Vickers. Vickers begs her father not to go on, but it gets refused by her father. We see Shaw in her room, where Jennick comes and meets her. She tells Jennick that the last Engineer is alive before leaving for the mission. In further scenes, we see David getting the Engineer out of stasis and asking him about his life. The Engineer gets furious and kills David, Weyland, and Ford. Shaw manages to escape it. David is beheaded and he tells everyone in his head that the Engineers will destroy the human with the black liquid he possesses. Vickers orders Jennick to leave Shaw alone and get back to Earth. But Jennick listens to Shaw and destroys the spaceship of the Engineer, which aims to destroy the Earth. Vickers is killed by the wreckage of the spaceship. Now David tells Shaw that the Engineer is coming for her. When the Engineer goes to the place where Shaw is hiding, he attacks her. At that moment, the squid to which Shaw gave birth comes and encounters the Engineer. The squid kills the Engineer, and Shaw manages to escape. She finds David, and with David's help, she gets to another alien spaceship and leaves the room. We see a strange creature getting out of the Engineer's dead body, and with this scene, the movie ends.